Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. Alright, let's start the show. What is going on, kings, queens, and the entire spectrum in between? It is your boy Kwame, joined by this illustrious melanated panel. Kyrie Sinaj, Miss Lisa, and the one and only, the bearded one, Just Dominic. What is going on, y'all?
Hey. Hello, everybody.
How's everybody doing?
Oh, great. I'm full of Miss Lisa tonight, but I'm good.
Here we go.
Oh boy, we got a lot to talk about then.
We got a lot to talk about.
Juicy episode.
Yes, it
I
really
just
is.
I just said I was full of Miss Lisa because I have homework. That's why I just said I was full of Miss Lisa, but I didn't. I came in.
I'm always
You see just how he just came in with the negative energy, just all of a sudden. Our illustrious queen came in with all of this cuteness.
No, I started to pull a Miss Lisa.
Right. It was like, what is all that about?
Well, when Miss Lisa has work, she doesn't come. I have homework. I wasn't gonna come, but I came.
Lisa has work all the time.
What does that mean?
Oh my God! Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
Just so petty. Well, let's see who's in the building. What's going on, Michaela? How you doing, Queen? And Sean is in the building. What's going on, Sean? How you doing, Queen? Dr. Holt is in the building too. How you doing?
Dr. Holt.
Yes, I love the new time. We do too. I do too. Yeah. I feel like it's just after work, and it's just with our heads are still. I don't feel drained.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Right.
Yeah. I like the new time. But thank you guys for joining in. I appreciate it. Yes. Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into some things. We have a lot to talk about today, so I don't want to delay. We only have an hour, so we're gonna try to keep it under an hour. Praise God. We're gonna hope for the best.
That's not gonna happen.
But we'll try.
I know.
We have some quick drop news. We have actually a lot of quick drop news. First up, Kim Zolciak and Kroy Berman had a good weekend. They were chowing down and looking awfully cozy during their 12-year anniversary. No, they're getting.
You're breaking up.
The ex-rower. Oh, can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
How about now? Okay.
Yes.
How about, okay, there we go. So I'll restart. Kim Zolciak and Kroy Berman had a good weekend. They were chowing down and looking awfully cozy during their 12-year, whoever's thing that is, can y'all mute it? Thanks. Okay, they had a 12-year anniversary. During the 12-year anniversary, even though they're getting a divorce, the ex-rower star was documenting all the festivities on IG, including a pit stop to one of Morgan Wallen's shows in Atlanta and a one-on-one dinner she shared with her estranged husband at an Italian joint in nearby Smyrna, Georgia, which was Smyrna. Yeah, them. Smyrna, Georgia, which was very romantic. Yeah, I think they're faking it.
Yeah.
I absolutely think they're faking it.
Faking what?
Their divorce.
Well, they thought that Bravo was going to bring in the cameras like they do with everyone else that's been a part of the Bravo sphere.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Nope.
I think I don't give a
nobody
fuck.
cares.
Not at all.
Right.
Everybody's like,
the
next.
Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah.
Good for y'all. Okay, moving on. more important people. Larsa Pippen is angry with one of her Real Housewives of Miami castmates, Julia, after finding images of her in Marcus Jordan's phone. According to TMZ, Julia innocently asked Marcus to take the shots of her at BravoCon. The source says that Larsa was jealous and nobody else found it to be weird. She apparently felt as though Julia, whom is married to a woman, was trying to seduce Marcus. Allegedly. It was all alleged. I think this is stupid.
Yeah, this is stupid.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I hope it plays out on the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
But what's this real storyline? She asked him to take some pictures. He kept the pictures.
Yeah, and Julia
she should be upset with him.
Remember, Julia has been very clear that she is not a lesbian.
Right, she's open.
Correct. She's had husbands,
allegedly,
wives. That's not allegedly.
Her anger.
She said that. I'm not saying.
Yeah, that's in the episode. She said that in the episode, Kwame.
Right, she's open.
She's fluid. So
correct. That's what she said.
So she goes.
We're not gonna say allegedly when she said,
and not Julia.
Look here, everybody loves black penis. I ain't mad at her.
I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Well, this is a clip from
what it is.
This is a clip from Carlo King, who covered it on his podcast. Take a look or listen.
I don't know if she was going through his phone or Marcus volunteered the information, but Larsa saw the pictures of Julia in Marcus' phone.
Good point.
And freaked out.
Is she
like, why do you have pictures of Julia in your phone?
That's true.
I'm pretty sure Marcus explained what happened, but think about it. If, like I said, I don't know if Larsa goes through people's phones, child. I mean, look, no judgment here.
So I'm a little disappointed in Larsa. I really am. I'm going to say it because, girl, this is not that deep. You didn't need to go in this phone. I mean, I understand that it might be good. He looks like he gives it good, but it's not. It shouldn't be that good for you to lose your respect as a woman to sit there and go through this man's phone, especially with someone like Julia. There's no shade, no tea, but like he chose you, so.
Well, and it doesn't sound like the pictures were X-rated. Neither. They were just pictures.
But they were pictures, but why? Here's my question. Why Julia just didn't give him her phone and say, take the pictures of me?
No, here's a better question. Why didn't he delete them after?
Right, that's what I was going to say. Right.
And why is she upset with Julia and not Marcus?
Well,
why is she upset at all?
He could have deleted the picture.
Why is she upset at all?
We don't understand why she's upset, but we're just going to talk about the fact that she is. I think it's stupid that she's upset.
I agree.
It speaks to her insecurity.
Yeah, I don't understand why she's upset.
But we don't know what she's dealing with outside of those cameras.
Okay.
But we can only deal with the information we have.
Dealing with also outside of the camera.
It's not just one way.
Yeah, I don't agree with that whole like looking in the phone thing. At a certain age, like don't get me wrong, like I've done it, like when I was younger, like you know, I mean, but my point is that it's like it's not that damn deep. Like if they're gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat, you know. And so for me, I didn't understand why that was happening, especially if he explained to you what was going on and why that happened. I don't think that's a big deal.
Well, she is. What is she? What is she? 52.
I don't know what her age is.
She's 47.
She's 47, 48.
Me too. So she's significantly older than he is. So I'm sure there's some type of insecurity.
I wouldn't say significantly, but go on.
Well, okay.
It is significant.
Yeah, it is. It's a significant age gap. Yeah, it is.
17 years
but my whole thing is like at the end of the day, why is she acting like that? Is what I'm saying.
Because
she's insecure.
An older woman who's dating this young man who could have any woman he wants, but like you said, he chose.
But she can have any man she wants too.
No, she can't.
No, she can't.
Not any. No.
Okay, let's move on. I don't care. It's just not that deep. All right, so I do want to shout out a Black queen, Candace, because she has released a single which actually was really it's called she released a new single yesterday called "Fine Wine," with cameos in the music video with from Gia Peppers and Duran Bernard, and Real Housewives of Potomac's Wendy Osefo. It's a really, I actually like the song. It's getting really good. It's getting really good reviews so far, and it's probably one of her best works, if I'm not mistaken, in my personal opinion. And it's really, really good. It's really. It reminds me. She sounds. This is probably her best sounding, in my opinion. And also it gives me. It's going back to what I remember R&B sounding like. So I really enjoyed that she didn't.
That's a strong statement.
I mean,
it's a very strong statement.
It's really good. I enjoyed it. Go ahead and check it out. It's called Fine Wine.
Let me ask
because what you talking about sound like Brandy, Monica. You know what I'm saying? That's R&B.
I would. That is R&B. But I'm saying what I'm saying is that I'm not saying that she is Brandy and Monica and all that stuff.
I know you ain't.
What I'm saying is that it's giving the vibe of what it used to be.
Of a Brandy. Well, let me ask this.
Okay,
let me ask this. Is it giving the vibe of her real vocals, or are they tweaking the knobs?
No, that's her real vocal. Just listen to it before y'all.
Okay, I will listen. I like Candace.
Yeah,
I'm gonna listen to it.
Definitely check it out, because while you listen to Latusha, listen to her. Give her a chance.
You make a good point, Kwame.
I'm just saying.
What was the point?
That if you listen to
Latusha,
you can listen to Candace.
I listen to Candace.
Right.
Anywho,
I
have enjoyed some of Candace's bops in the past, but this one I really was like, oh wow, this is pretty dope. So I'm definitely going to support her on this one. This is really interesting stuff. So we'll see where she goes with it. Hopefully she stays in this lane and kind of propels with it. I think this would be a good. This is her best work, in my opinion. So
I would, but that's a strong statement. I don't.
Okay, what is it reminiscent of? Like, who does she sound like? Is it Mary J. Blige?
I don't like. No. I don't like doing that, because she is her own person. All I'm saying is that this is her best work. That's what in my opinion. Okay. So
I'll listen to it, because
I would like Kyrie and Just Dominic, because they are musicians, or they have musical ears. So I would like them to listen to it and check it out.
Well, I'll have to know. Mama has musical ears.
The one who got me to listen to her.
We all have musical ears.
I wasn't giving Candace a chance, and then Anita Baker tweeted how good this album was, and I said,
"Yeah,
okay, girl, I'm in this," and I did.
Yeah. And I listened to. I liked it. I was shocked. That's honestly who got me into to listen to her was Anita Baker. I was like, oh, okay, girl.
Anita don't do that for everybody,
right?
Okay.
Last person she did that for. Yeah, Toni Braxton. That's the last person she did it for.
Michaela says, I listened to it. It's not bad, but it's not what the original statement was either. Well, yeah, that's true. I retract my statement about auto-tune. What statement did I do? Oh, is it auto-tune to that? Oh, no. Yeah.
That's what I was asking. Is it her voice?
I feel like, you heard auto-tune. It doesn't sound like T-Pain or anything like that. It's I think all...
T-Pain can sing, though.
He can. Which is really frustrating that he really can sing. But he's the auto-tune king. And he didn't have it. So... But whatever.
Well, all right. As long as it's better than Kenya Moore and hair care, I don't care. I'll give it a chance.
See, you just had to dig. You just had.
Wait a minute, and the shade you threw. If you can listen to Latusha, you can listen to Candace.
That's a fact.
Okay, but I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna give it a chance. Okay. I'll say if it's good, I'll add it to the rotation that my show I got put together for school. If it's good, if I like it.
All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, because
I will play it on the takeover if it's good.
Please.
Okay. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna go ahead and check out and go into these reviews. So we're gonna get into the reality reviews. So I did not watch the latest episode of the Real Housewives of Miami.
I did.
Did you?
Thursday.
I did, yeah.
Oh, it comes out on Thursday. Okay. I'm not
so
late.
if you saw the first 2 episodes, then
we're good. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about it last week, didn't we?
No, we didn't.
No, not the Thursday.
Okay, we're good. Yeah. No, we can't talk about it. Okay, cool. So we're gonna talk about Real Housewives of Miami, Married to Medicine, and Married to Medicine and Potomac. So we'll be right back.
Is it your birthday or something?
No, when you put up a peace sign, it does that for some reason. and it does the same thing when you do like hearts or whatever. It'll come up and stuff like that. It's really weird. I don't know why it does that.
Do you have the latest update on your iPhone?
I do.
Or
No,
not you. I was talking to Kwame.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, you on your phone? Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm not on my phone. I'm on my computer. You can do it
too.
too.
What do you have on this?
Just put up a peace sign.
Well, no, your latest update for your.
Just hold it there for a couple of seconds and it'll pop up. Or maybe go over to the side. Are you on an iPad or a computer?
I'm on an iPad.
Oh, that's why it's not doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna be right back.
We all know it.
Right.
In a world filled with diversity, where radical faith and progressive believers come together, there's a place that's breaking all boundaries and embracing believers from all walks of life. Bullet and Flight Radio, where believers unite, boundaries break, and love triumphs.
Step away from the chaos and noise of your daily life. Experience moments for yourself that are calm, serene, and full of peace. A necessary respite to foster growth within you, because self-care should be luxurious. Luxe Noir.
And we're Black by popular demand. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you are just tuning in, do me a quick favor and hit that like button, share, and subscribe. It does help the algorithm, and we appreciate all of your support. Also, don't forget to check out the hotspot. If you have not done so already, go ahead and sign up for Pyro Media's Patreon. And especially with the holidays coming up, we have a lot of exclusive gifts for you guys. It's only $5 a month. And you can check out Kyrie and I on our private or our exclusive show for Patreon, Pyro Cocktail Hour. And also check out all of the clients that we have and the shows that we have. They have exclusive content that is coming and that has been already added to the show or to the page. Yeah, that's about it. That's all we got. Let's get into the reality. Rewind. That's what I'm going to say. All right, y'all. First up, let's go ahead and get into the Real Housewives of Miami. Who wants to start out? What are your thoughts? What do we? I'm tired of seeing Miss Lisa at the bottom.
Yeah, Miss Lisa, please.
There we go.
start.
No, put it right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we have to set up. You have to set it up for me because
Okay.
so much.
It's so much. Let's start from episode 1 in the very beginning. We're seeing all the girls come back. We're going into each of their spaces. What were your thoughts when in episode 1, if you can remember?
And 2.
And 2. Let's just
Really?
overall, just throw it in there.
1 and 2.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm happy the girls are back. I'm happy to see Lisa is, getting out from under Lenny's shadow. I hate Adriana.
Still,
I love you. Everyone does.
Yeah. And I miss Marisol. I'm not getting enough Marisol. I'm not sure what's happening. Is she stepping back?
I don't think she's stepping back. She's being a friend of the show. She's not a what is it, a flamingo?
She's not a main cast member anymore?
Yeah, she's not a main cast. She's only been the main cast member for the first 3 seasons. If I'm not mistaken.
I feel like we had a lot of her last season. Is my point. But
We
did.
did. We had much more, but we are only 2 episodes in.
Yeah. So right now, I was left confused by Gertie, and so that's kind of where I was like disconnected. So I wasn't. I mean, I understand what Gertie's going through, but her communication, at least the way they edited it with her and Larsa, I was confused.
What do you think of Larsa's relationship with Little Mike?
I think we talked about this last week because I thought it was gross. I wasn't mad at her, but I think it's gross.
I feel like we did talk about it last week.
We did talk about this last week, yeah.
Okay.
Because Kwame said, well, what's the difference? Men do this. I said, yeah, they do, but she would be Larsa Pippen Jordan.
Oh, we did. We did. We did.
Yeah, we did talk about that. Okay.
So,
I just think it's a girl because she knew him when he was a teenager or boy, whatever.
I'm very confused by Julia, and I'm gonna explain why. Because I feel like Julia plays both sides of the fence, and she's one minute she's Alexis's friend, the next minute she's Adriana's friend. When Adriana and I know she defended Alexis in the car when Adriana was talking crap about her, even after Adriana and Alexis had or Alexia or whatever had the conversation at the restaurant. You had a conversation where there was a moment of you like squashing it, and then Adriana does what Adriana does, and the snake that she is, and she was talking crap about her. But I'm just like, why are you friends with her? Because if
I feel like
she's
okay,
do it to you.
Yeah, of course, but that's her second wife. But I feel like Julia is finally starting to see that Alexia is that girl on this show. And so now she's trying to be friends with her. Mm-hmm. What I think
that's
is
a good
weird,
point. That's a good point.
What I think is weird is that she's trying to assassinate Marisol.
I don't like that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What did she do to you? Marisol don't do nothing to nobody. She over there happy with her drink.
Yeah.
And she just, you know what I'm saying? That's all she want to do is have a good drink and have a good laugh.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I was gonna say, well, Dominic put it out there. I was gonna say, am I the only one that thinks that Julia is really attracted to Adriana?
I don't think she is. I think Adriana has been showing her butt for the past season or so, and you have seen Julia gradually back off from her. Yeah, she's been backing off from her.
Now, I think Adriana probably want a little taste of Julia.
Oh, she does.
Absolutely.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them if they already did, but that's
right there. Yeah, but Adriana reminds me of a DL man who she'll come this far and then back off, come a little bit further, back off. She plays games with Julia, in my opinion.
Can I ask a question?
I think so. But she just wants to be on the show.
Does anybody find her to be? I don't know what's her name. Nicole? Is it
Nicole?
Nicole.
She's boring to me. I don't know why she's here.
She's rich.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has a fabulous life.
Look at her life.
Who spilled?
I love her life.
Who spilled the food on their Dior bag? Was that her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not.
Well, I mean, her and Gertie are getting super close right now. So she's really smart to maneuver with Gertie, as you all know, with this past episode, the whole lunch with Julia, Nicole, and Adriana and Gertie. That is becoming Gertie's crew. Gertie has changed quite a bit since she came onto the show.
I was going to say, but this is the broad that ticked me off when they were sitting there eating when Gertie decided to tell them about her cancer.
Yes!
Because she was talking to, and then at first she was like, and
then she started crying.
Right. How's it?
But
I thought I was the only one that caught that.
No, you saw what she was doing. She was trying to have camera time and take that moment and be the center of attention. That's what she was after.
Yep.
Okay, but you don't
Gertie
smirk with somebody with cancer. You know, when somebody tells you they have cancer, but Gertie acting like she's 5150. I don't know what happened between last season.
I don't know what's going on with Gertie. Gertie is I'm very disappointed in Gertie.
I couldn't follow. I couldn't follow it at all.
Especially in the first episode when she was like talking to Lars, was like, "When I send for you, you come." What?
You don't.
What?
It's like,
and the tears that are coming out. I mean, I get that she's going through.
Yeah, but can you tell us what's going on first before you start crying?
And thank you. Can you tell Larsa what's going on? Because we're all.
Right.
I was so on Larsa's side because Larsa's like, okay.
Well, nobody else is, Miss Lisa.
Should I cry too?
Nobody else is. When Larsa was at BravoCon last week, and Andy brought up the question, do you regret not giving Larsa, grace, and you should have been there for her more? People were booing Larsa.
Yeah, people were booing
that was
Larsa.
Huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow,
that's not good.
Yeah.
So, do you think the booing is 100% because of the Gertie comment, or because people are?
That was the question about the cancer.
But she didn't know about it.
She did. That's what Larsa was saying. She said, "I didn't know about it. What you saw in that moment,
Right.
I didn't know. I was trying to figure out what's going on."
Well,
And people
actually, that's not a
looking at
bad
it
thing,
all the
though.
time.
Well,
That's
hold
not
on.
a bad thing. That
Hold
she
on, because
did,
I have
though.
some tea. I have some tea. So
Okay.
allegedly, the thing that it just came up, like I think I want to say 40 minutes or 30 minutes before we came on live, and did I lose it? Was it Alfonso that posted it? I think it was Alfonso, or maybe it was Kempire. But basically, there's an allegation, or I was going to say allegedly because I haven't read the article, but apparently there's proof that Larsa knew about the cancer and that she brought it up and was trying to make Gertie bring it up on camera, because that she was telling everybody before Gertie.
That's what Gertie said. Gertie has been sick. She said that in the first episode. She said she knew, and she's trying to make me talk about this now, and I'm not going to talk about it until I'm ready. You remember that? And we were like, what?
Well, I was confused by that. It didn't make sense to me.
No.
Okay, yeah.
But now it does. Okay.
Yes.
But how does she know is the question.
Well, if Gertie
Larsa knows
told
everything
her
about everybody.
If Gertie told her off camera and said,
Okay.
"Hey, this is something that I'm dealing with. I don't want to go public with this right now, but I want my friends to know," she should respect that instead of playing the game of "What's going on, girl? Tell the world. The camera's right here. What's going on?" I don't respect that.
Well, but that's wait. That's what you all said. Reality TV is supposed to share everything.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all saying you're supposed to share
going on the
everything.
show. You tell now. Listen.
There's no privacy no more.
There's certain things that I think that if you have a pact with somebody, that on the show, like for example, like if there were certain things that Kenya had brought up in the thing that she was like, there were certain things that we just didn't talk about on the show because we all had a text message thread or whatever, and they just all respected each other on that. Now, regardless of what we saw play out on the show, there was a general respect for people on there that if there were certain things that you didn't want out, you just didn't say it. And that we see that a lot, especially on like the Bell Collective or like a lot of Carlos King's shows on OWN, especially what we just watching Marriage to Huntsville DC. There were certain things that they did not want to come out, or even said, for example, that
like that girl who was married and was
and lied about it,
and
she wasn't, and that was her storyline or whatever. Like that was like, okay, I can understand why they, she would be frustrated or whatever. But at the end of the day, none of these girls are your friends.
No.
Right.
None of these girls are your friends. And it's work. So,
I respect the fact that if this is the case, because according to what Gertie said in the first episode, she wanted to tell her story on camera when she was ready. So to have that kind of like, oh, we're just going to throw you out there first episode, I kind of understand why she didn't like that. If she Gertie has her own thing. We know how Gertie, she operates differently.
And that's fine, but what she was mad about is what Larsa was saying in the blogs and the podcast are leaking out before the show aired. I didn't
know anything.
But I didn't even know, and I watch all of this stuff. I pay attention to the blogs. You gave it credence by when you went on the show. You gave it credence. You gave it credibility when you confirmed all those things. You told everybody. You introduced us to the fact that you may or may not have cancer at that time, that you were going for testing. That was your storyline. So either you got mad about the fact that your storyline was leaked, or you got mad at the fact that Larsa allegedly said something to the blogs or the podcast or whatever the situation is. But you confirmed it when you went on the show. Larsa didn't bring you up until they, at least not in the edits. You confirmed everything. So it's like, Gertie, how mad are you really getting at everybody? Like, how mad you made this big hoopla, this big stink at the event, and was like, going back and forth, and everybody's looking at you like you're the crazy one. And I'm not saying that she doesn't have a right to react. I'm not saying that because I want to give Gertie the benefit of the doubt because I like her. But this was very different of her. I was very like, girl.
That's what I was trying to do.
It at all.
But at the same time, I couldn't follow. She was just erratic. It was very
it was disjointed. It wasn't.
I thought she was on something.
I couldn't figure it out.
Well, let's go. Let's get onto Lisa. Lisa.
What?
Lisa didn't have much. in the second episode.
She's confusing
No, she didn't
me.
have much.
She's
What you
confusing.
mean?
In the first episode, I enjoyed her. I'm like, great, get your lick back, girl. Get your man. Get your new life. You know, do what you got to do. Get your new apartment, your new house, whatever. Boom, I'm loving it. Episode 2 with this whole like, I'm gonna join sides with Adriana and Julia, like to attack. You know, I didn't like that.
She's trying to stay on the show.
Yeah, and I get it, but you have a whole storyline that people want to see. You don't have to do anything to stay on the show. Your entire divorce situation and life is the storyline, and
It's
people
enough.
are. Yeah, and you were coming, and I think that this is my personal opinion. I think that they are attacking Larsa because Larsa started to become the breakout star in this last season.
Absolutely.
That's how I feel.
She is Larsa is a fan favorite, no matter how you want to
yeah.
chop it up. People are obsessed with her relationship with the Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
and all of that.
Jordan. Michaela says, I agree with you, Kwame. Thank you, Michaela. I appreciate it. What are your thoughts, Kyrie?
Well, Lisa, she don't do much for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
I like Lisa. I'm not saying anything like that. I just feel like don't.
yeah,
Her
just-
marriage
I
storyline
like-
was very entertaining.
I love Marisol.
Yes.
yeah, she
I love
is.
Marisol
She's
more
she's
than I love
bro.
Marisol more than I love Larsa.
And we need more of her.
Yeah,
I
I need
agree.
more of her, and I love what's
Alexia,
what's the young lady name?
Julia,
She
Nicole,
should have bring to the
Kiki.
show.
Kiki?
Kiki?
Oh.
Kiki.
And I love
Right.
yes.
Well, I'm sick of Kiki, being a bone
Why?
carrier.
Why?
I'm sick of it.
I agree. I don't think that's her role. She should not be a bone carrier. I agree with
Right.
you.
Well,
It's
no, I
it's
don't-
like
I don't
all
want
the
her to be that.
time.
I don't want her to be that, but
But that's what she's leading up to.
That's what she's
Yeah.
That's all she's
becoming.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
wait.
that's what works. That's what works for some people.
No,
It's not
she doesn't
working
have to
for
do
her.
that. She doesn't
It's
have
not
to do
working
that.
for her.
She's a great friend of. I think she
She is.
People need to take notes on how to be a friend of the show because she is a great friend of the show. She knows when to
She
step
is.
back. She has a really good.
I agree.
That is a skill, and I don't know if she even realizes it because she's just naturally like energetic, like she's naturally magnetic. Rather, that's the better word.
Well,
She
I
has
think
a way of flowing in and out of the screen, knowing when to be the center of attention, knowing
She's
when to come
so
back.
darn
She's
beautiful.
so beautiful.
beautiful.
I love her.
and I
With
think
this
it's
whole bone
because
carrier
she
thing is annoying.
I
Yeah,
think
Miss
it's
Lisa, I'm
because I think she wants to be a friend of the show and not take over. Right? I think when people play their role
Yeah.
and not try to be more than what they
Right.
have contracted to be.
Yeah,
So I think she plays the role and I think she's content with that.
but sis,
Yeah.
she doesn't need to like be a bone carrier to do that. You know what I mean? Like, that's where
Right.
it's
That's why I don't
off.
like the bone carrier.
Yeah.
That's why I don't-
Yeah.
I didn't like it in the first season, I guess last season when she started this.
Mhm.
And she seems to be carrying
Yeah.
that on.
But her and
I love
Adriana are about to get into it this season, aren't they?
I want them
about
to. I
They're
want
about
them
to
to.
really get into it, so I can't wait to see that.
But
To me, these friends of the show, no matter
Mhm.
if you love them or you hate them, they all carry.
absolutely.
Adriana is
right.
the perfect villain.
She is.
Kiki is the perfect bone carrier, even though it's messy. And Marisol is the perfect best
Yep.
friend.
Yes, but
She is.
But what's her name? You said Adriana. Adriana is she is the villain.
She is.
Yeah.
She triggers.
Well,
most
and the
of
thing
gas.
about it, she's a likable villain. Like you hate her.
She
in one
is,
episode,
right?
Then
Is
you
she?
try to like her the next.
I
So
don't
yeah.
like her.
Well,
No, I
you
mean,
know, when
she's
she
kinda-
sings
it's
or
extreme
sings
at
her
some
little
point.
song and everything,
Right.
it's like, oh,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
There's a stink
Kyrie
for
said,
her.
no.
No, yeah, there's a
I didn't
stink.
say I
so
liked
don't
her.
like her.
I
Mhm.
don't. I mean,
Snakes are charming too, though.
But the fact that she
They
has
are.
such, she kind of forces you to feel a certain way about her. Kind
Yeah.
of underscores the fact that she is a perfect villain.
I just hate the way she goes after Marisol. The way she went after Marisol last season, and the way Julia is trying to step
Yeah.
up and go after Marisol too. That really got under my skin.
Yeah.
And Alexia, she stepped back from being her friend. And did you see the way Alexia looked?
Oh
when they
yeah,
were
I
attacking
caught
Marisol?
that.
She was like,
And that
she can fight her
made
own
me
battles.
side eye
Yeah.
her ass. That made me side
That
eye
was
her
the
ass.
first time I made. I
She
was
did.
like,
She did.
oh,
Well, you know what it
Hey,
screams
ooh.
to me? That there's been an alliance made.
Yeah. Yep, between her and Julia.
Yeah, there's a power shift. Can't you tell something is different this season than
Something's
last
happening.
season?
They're trying to really.
Everyone's changed, but
They're
no one's
really
changed Gertie. But it's some changes.
They're really trying to make.
And why is Julia looking so old?
She is. But there's a real earnest effort to make sure that Marisol is the friend of the show. Like they're making sure that her position is there because she is so popular even as a friend of the show. Yeah. And I bet she's
there's intimidation there. Absolutely,
there's huge intimidation, and so but she commands the audience so what much, and she is a huge fan.
To me, I know that you guys feel that Larsa is a fan favorite, and I don't disagree.
No,
with
she's a fan favorite too.
Absolutely, she is.
Oh, God, yeah, she's my favorite.
But the difference
she's my favorite.
The difference between Larsa and Marisol is that Marisol is an anchor.
Yeah,
Larsa's not an anchor.
And I'm glad you recognize that, Kwame.
Oh, no,
right?
Absolutely, no. And this doesn't take away from Larsa, and it doesn't take away from Marisol.
None of them.
But Larsa is meant to be a star, like a breakout star, like the fan favorite person or whatever.
And it's effortless.
Marisol, it's effortless. But Marisol has to be on the show, regardless. Yeah. They will put her on the show if she is just going to come on there and just say hi and bye. But she has to be on the show for them to have that connection.
Absolutely.
They're trying to move around and make Alexia the
it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Alexia is.
But I told you she always was though, because she brings Marisol. She brought Marisol, and then she brought Lisa. That was clear. Y'all remember that? Remember?
Well,
the brunch, and she brought Larsa.
True. But that's not how it's playing out for her, though. The reality is
she's not. She's not because the reason.
So think about it. She's a charade. Like they really built ROHA around charade, and it didn't work.
It didn't work.
And clearly, Bravo and Andy, all of them love charade, and they force her down our throats. But she's still not that girl.
She's not.
But
we got to move on.
Miami is super popular right now. It is doing. So great in the ratings.
Yeah.
So it may be getting to them. Everybody's shifting and trying to figure out anyway, whatever.
Yeah. Well, we'll continue to see what's going on in the next episode. I think the next episode is going to be really dope because it looks like there's a lot more tension happening. So we'll stay tuned.
Married to Medicine? Are we going to Married to Medicine?
No, we're going to Potomac first. Married to Medicine is last. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let's get to. I'm ready to get to Married to Medicine. Let's get.
Me too. Like
let's get quickly into it. So what are your thoughts on these past couple episodes? We'll start out with Miss Lisa, and then we'll go into Kyrie and then Dominic and myself.
It's been a snooze fest for me.
For these two episodes, right? 2 episodes.
Yeah. It's been a snooze fest.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't
think
so. I don't think it's been a snooze fest. I'm enjoying Karen, of course. I think Robin is playing in everybody's face. Robin know what it is. I think her and Juan have an agreement, and she's just not saying nothing to them.
Is the agreement to let me cheat in peace?
Yes. But I mean, because he's just there for the show. Because he said, well, me and you know what it is. They have an agreement. To me, that's what that said. And this new chick, I'm not feeling her at all. I'm just not. She doesn't fit in.
No.
Is she like the new friend?
She doesn't. No, she's a permanent cast.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she's a brand folder.
Yeah,
has she even made her impact yet? Not yet, right?
No, but she's due. So we but she's coming in with a difference between her and a lot of these other first season girls is that she's coming in already established. She's rich. The girl's rich. She has style. She's coming in.
She does.
Where most people come in at their season 3. She's coming in as a season 3 girl in her first season with that energy. That's why she's not connecting with people because she's not
polished.
Yes. She's already polished. She's not. There's not a buildup of her. There's not a hazing.
There's not a Letitia.
Yeah. There's not a.
Like the poor girl from Married to Medicine. It's totally different.
We need to
We'll get there. But yes.
But I will say,
it's a total opposite.
I don't like this chick. I would much rather see her on Sundays than Sharice.
I agree.
I do not like Sharice. I don't see the purpose of having Sharice there because it didn't work last season. You brought her in there to antagonize Karen, and it didn't work.
And she still looks frumpy.
And can we just say it has never worked with Charisse, even when she was a housewife. It just she just never brought it.
And it's not working with her. Just keep trying to put her against Karen.
Yeah.
Now so she's there. Now she's antagonizing. Well, Robin. Well, see, I know, and don't believe everything because I thought my husband wouldn't do it to this woman either, but he did. Any woman, they don't care what they look like. Ma'am, no, that was you and your husband, Juan Dixon, who is not handsome.
And you know what? Exactly.
They have an agreement.
And you know what?
But this is my thing with Robin. I think Robin's thing is this, because they keep trying to make her see something. She knows what it is. She's mad at Juan because Juan, like he said, I don't care. Juan doesn't care about being in front of cameras or anything because he's not there for love or for her. He's just
you think
for whatever. Mm-hmm. So I think he don't care about getting caught. But her thing is you're embarrassing me. That's
not what she said.
Well, no, she didn't say that. But I think
and that's not how she feels. She has been very clear that she also doesn't care. So
she doesn't care.
I hate the bad man and the poor woman who just has to suffer the man. That narrative does not apply in this situation.
No, not at all.
When I thought of this episode, if I could just step in and say a little something, Mia is crazy.
Speak on it.
The way Karen handled her was exactly the way.
Yes. Oh, it was delicious. It was delicious.
Is exactly how I would behave.
Oh yeah.
Ashley is a snake.
Yes.
She's turning these girls against each other.
Yeah.
How she repeated everything back was insane. And when the producer called her out on it, she was like, "Oh yeah, let me just blame it on the liquor." No, you're a snake. You are nasty.
Dominic.
You never had a storyline, and you like to antagonize everyone. I do not like Ashley.
Can we just talk about how masterfully she and Michael were able to overcome all of the BS, all of the butt grabbing,
and
all
they still
of the
married.
Still married. Because she.
I don't know.
Going on vacation together.
Anybody else would have blown up their spot.
Well, I think they have like a similar arrangement as to Juan and Robin. Except Juan ain't on Grindr, and Ashley's husband is.
I don't think they have a similar agreement. I think they have a very different agreement.
No, Ashley said that her and Michael had an open marriage and they were allowed to bring people in. That is the one thing I respect about Ashley is she did put her marriage out there to say, this is not news to me, people. And they're still married.
She had to, let's be honest though, she had to because Michael was being so freaking sloppy.
And she was also having sex with other
Juan is
people.
being sloppy.
She was entangled with other people. That's what Ashley said, that they both stepped out.
What's allegedly?
I don't know how you can say allegedly. If someone says, I stepped out of my marriage, you can't say allegedly behind that.
I'm just throwing it out there just to be able to say.
I mean, what's allegedly? Allegedly what?
Go back to the tape. She said that they both had an open marriage and they both brought people. They both fluid.
I didn't know she said that, but
she did. She said
good for her. I said good for her.
Yeah,
good for her.
Okay. Yeah.
But Robin and Juan, I want them to let it go. Now Giselle, in my opinion, Giselle is.
I love to.
Okay, Candace.
But I agree, Miss Lisa. I'm not buying her and the boy toy. I'm not.
Candace killed me this episode when she talked about her music, and they were talking about you should bring Drew back for your Atlanta show. And the faces she made.
That was so funny.
She was like, yeah, let's do something different.
How do I say this?
She said, I don't need her. You know, I sold out Chicago on my own.
She did. She did. She has a pretty decent fan base, and so
and growing.
And it's growing, and her music is and her show, according to critics, is actually pretty decent. So it's like, of course she's not selling out arenas yet, and I wish her the best.
All right, come on,
right? But you have to say the way Wendy looked at Big Bird when she came into the house, I died. Oh, Miss Lisa. I can see you and me being at that party and looking at each other. And, woo!
Yes. I totally felt
Wendy. Now, Wendy is my favorite one of all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Karen, Candace, and Wendy are my favorites for sure.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. They are everything. And I really felt like Karen really, the producers really found out how powerful Karen was in this episode, in this latest episode, because Mia has been a firecracker. Like, she has been uncontrollable in the last season, and she became dangerous. Like, she really was going to be a problem.
She was on medications, she said.
Whatever, but she was whatever. That's such BS. That was such a cop out that she said. But anyway,
put allegedly up.
I don't want 12.
No, that's what she said. No, but she
married to medicine.
Right. So I think that Karen really showed people how powerful she was by keeping Mia in check, and so I think that is going to solidify, and if it hasn't already, solidified her as the queen and the grand dame.
Grand dame.
Okay.
She already is. But Giselle being wide open. That was hilarious.
I'm wide open, just wide open. Lord Jesus! All right.
Okay, now, so I want to know what the point was of bringing in this new chick.
We'll find out, I think.
Right. I hope somebody leaves.
I think
Get
it was
rid of
the
Mia.
antagonist when
Honestly, there's a lot of girls on the show.
8 girls
That's
and
a
no
lot of
friends.
girls.
No friend ups.
Well,
That's a lot of
somebody's going to
girls.
be replaced.
So, yeah, I felt like they're making a move.
Yeah.
Get out Ashley. Get out Mia.
No, I don't think they're gonna get rid of Ashley.
Is Robin?
It's either Robin or Mia.
Yeah, I agree.
It's either Robin or Mia. I think they're gonna lean more
both.
towards Mia.
Remember they brought.
But Robin has Giselle.
They need to go out as a set. We'll see, because this season is a shift in their friendship. I have never seen them on opposite ends of any topic. However, I still believe they're best friends, and anything that Giselle is talking about, she got permission.
Bingo.
But we'll see. We don't know how Giselle's gonna play this though. So we'll
Giselle's
see.
very smart.
I really do believe, as much as Giselle is, I believe her and Robin are real friends. I think she's really her friend.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like real friends. They are real friends.
Yeah, I like the man and Will Smith.
Okay. All right.
Lord.
Okay. Let's go. We're going into dangerous territory, Carrie. Let's move on to the show that you guys have been waiting for. Married to Medicine. Whew.
Absolutely.
Can we talk this scene by scene so we can get all of our thoughts out and not just summarize it? Because we need to go scene by scene.
That's why we saved the best for last. Go ahead, Miss Lisa.
No. Can you just? When did it open up? How did it open up?
Just Dominic, you want to start out? How we gonna break it out?
It started off with Quad going to Phaedra's house, or Phaedra going to Quad's house.
With the Quad's house.
Mm-hmm.
Phaedra went to Quad's house, right?
No,
Quad went to Phaedra's house.
Yeah, because
that's right.
The butler,
Quad.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, she sure did.
That's right.
Yeah.
That scene was the scene that I have been waiting for my entire life. Understand, the only reason why I'm watching Married to Medicine now super religiously is because of Phaedra. No, but I know that I am not the only one.
That
I don't doubt
that cannot.
Now that's not my testimony.
But to see Quad and Phaedra sit on the couch together and have a conversation was something I personally have been waiting to see for more than a decade. It gave me life. I loved it.
I will say, Dominic, because you and I kind of talked about, because I don't think I was excited about Phaedra joining.
I'm still not.
But I didn't realize how much I missed her classy reads.
That's what
I didn't realize that.
Thank
I was
you.
afraid we were going to get Pussycat Phaedra. I'm loving her so far.
That's what. Listen, I didn't say I super like Phaedra. I was a big Phaedra fan. I'm loving it. Phaedra. I have,
and I think she's going to be exactly what Heavenly needs too. I think she's going to balance that out.
Yes, Phaedra can read.
What did I say at the beginning of all this when we first started talking about this and speculating if Phaedra was going to be in that? I said that she is a better fit on Married to Medicine than what Dubai and even Atlanta because her personality blends in with them so well. And I'm glad that she came in now as opposed to season 1 Phaedra, because coming in season 1 Phaedra, she would have been destroyed. But she's coming in, she knows the game, she knows the production company, she knows how to act, she has been like watching her this season made me feel like, wait a minute, has Phaedra not been on the show the entire time? Because she blended in so well. It felt like this was not her first season. She didn't come into season one, girl.
The case study, I think there should be a case study on how she has been re-ushered back into our lives, right? Mm-hmm. And the way Bravo has courted Phaedra, the fact that they sent her to Dubai, which was never going to work. It was just never believable. No. But yeah, she fit in organically.
But she got some coin for that show. She got some coin for that show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, what I did like is that she's not Phaedra wasn't phony, because the rest of these bras are phony when it comes to Quad. Phaedra talked to Quad, they had the conversation, and then she went to Dr. G. And she, if you really paid attention, listen to what she said. She was kind of sort of warning him, like, and asking, like, why are you with this bride? Yeah. What is it? You know, this younger, because now, in my opinion, I do believe the young lady she sees a check.
She said it.
She's gonna be like, she said it, but she put the he at the end. No, ma'am. No, that's what it is.
That was dumb.
Hell, bitch. Like we saw what you were doing, girl.
Yeah.
And all them girls on that couch looking at her, ready to slice and dice her. And she that.
But you see Dr. Jackie's face when she said that? Dr. Jackie.
Everybody's face. You see Phaedra's face? Did you
everybody
see?
Looked at her weird.
Heavenly was looking.
And that's why I said she's really. I'm sorry, not she. They all are really Dr. G's friend. None of the women like Quad.
No.
Can we get past the not liking Quad? Can we get past that?
Toya proved. Get past what's a part of the show.
No, I said, can we get past the not liking Quad? I think Quad showed her ass last season with Toya. And so there has been a divide in the sense. You have a group over here
and that's what Toya said on Watch What Happens Live.
Understandably so.
But I'm not buying that.
How are you not buying it? It's reality.
She did it with Toya. So why are the rest of the women being phony?
Because alliances are made all the time.
Yeah.
Right? And if you don't see what's happening, right, people are going to pick sides. And I think
Miss Lisa, to your point.
I've never been that bitch. I'm always the one. I choose me.
But you're not on the show. But you're not on the show, Kyrie.
Right.
You're right. Yeah. You're right. But I am like the SOS band. I don't care what you do to them. Just be good to me. I don't care. That ain't me.
No. I hear that.
But if you're friends with other people, then you don't care.
If any of you all are watching this from Married to Medicine, I'm going to say this. If that's what you all are doing, grow the fuck up. That's how I was.
But I think
that doesn't make sense.
I think that
doesn't make sense.
But hold on. What I think the problem is that people are not realizing that this is a reality show, and so we're putting what we would do in a friend group in real life on
because they're not
strategy.
Friends.
They're not friends.
Clearly,
none of these girls. Well, I will say this. I think that
Jackie and Simone are friends.
I think this cast are closer in real life than most other casts that we see. But at the end of the day, this is a reality show. So reality shows, if we have not seen anything on or learned anything from House of Villains, that is a perfect blueprint on how they navigate things. Mm-hmm. None of them are friends. They don't care about anything. They're winning a game, and this is the end game for them. Is who can bring in the most ratings, who can get the most from the end of this season in terms of keynote speakerships, clips, sound bites,
one-liners,
all of those things to become memes. How popular? Who's gonna get the most interviews? All of that. That's what they're doing during the show. What other spinoffs they can possibly get? You know, whatever the situation is, who's gonna like them in the the executives are gonna like whoever. That's what they're vying for. And at the end of the day, yes, we want them to be friends. We want them. We look at them and say, "Oh, well, you shouldn't have did this because that's supposed to be a friend," or they don't like you. None of them like each other in real life. None of them are hanging out with people in real life.
Ms. Lisa said, "Well, Toya doesn't like Quad because of what Quad did last season."
Do you not remember last season? She accused her of breaking into someone's home.
Okay.
She accused her of breaking into someone's home.
And she probably did it. I don't put nothing past
her. She did not. I mean, come on.
She called you and told you. Okay. But anyway, here's my thing. If she can forgive Mariah for whooping her ass at that swimming pool, why you can't forgive Quad? That was just words.
I can't do this.
She said she probably did.
I can't do this.
Now I want to go back and see that episode.
Yeah, that was a good. That last.
He said that.
Insane.
No, I'm talking about Mariah whipping somebody's tail.
Yeah, that was.
It was the very first season.
Yeah,
I have to rewatch.
And Toya and Mariah and her mama was talking.
That's who they need to bring back.
Her and Toya, her and Toya ended up fighting at that party.
That's who they need to bring back.
Toya Mariah. So she came to give Quad.
And how long you act like that fight happened?
But you said, but you.
My God, can I get a statement out? Can I get a thought out? Can I?
You can. But you act like Toya didn't say nothing about Quad. But go ahead, I'm done.
Go ahead, Miss Lisa.
I have nothing. I have nothing.
Well, I think Quad and Phaedra could be friends in real life behind the scenes. No.
I mean, what we defined as friends is very different from how they defined.
Oh, you mean like celebrity friends?
That's what I'm saying. Like we're friends. You know what I'm saying? Like there's stuff like I can call Miss Lisa, I can call Kyrie, I can call Just Dominic, and I can talk about my personal life and go get wisdom from you guys. Right. Vice versa. They can't do that, and if they do, they're doing it for the camera. I'm not saying that they may not have care,
or they're setting themselves up to be sabotaged the next season.
Exactly, but at the end of the day, they're not. None of these casts or any of these shows are real life friends.
Yeah, right. Gotcha.
They're not. And even when they sit there and say, "Oh, I'm going to talk to my producer," blah blah, because they're all the producers are there to cause strife, to cause all these issues. That's what they're there for. That's their job. They're pot stirrers. You want to talk about bone collectors? They are the bone collectors. They are the
producers. Really are.
Hey, Phaedra, you know what Simone said about you? Hey, Dr. Heavenly, you should go on your YouTube and say this about Quad. Hey, Quad, you know what Simone said about you? Hey, Toya, you know what this new girl said about you? Hey, Dr. Jackie, you know what Simone said about you? That's what they're doing. And they're supposed to be, and especially if they're season 1 girls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like Dr. Simone. I liked her.
She's one of my faves.
Yeah, I just love her.
I love her. Yeah. I really do.
Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie.
But I just got to go back to this whole Toya and Quad thing, because I think, to accuse someone of breaking into someone's home, being a doctor's wife,
you're really stuck
on a show. Yeah, well, because I need people to understand why Toya came in guns a-blazing this season.
Okay.
Period.
So, but what do we think of the new girl? What do we think of, what's his name, Dr. G's fiance?
Well, we don't think of her. I think that she's not ready for reality TV. My heart breaks for her. Okay. She can't have any friends that didn't prepare her to at least look polished. Her teeth still bother me. The tag on her dress I thought was very sad.
I was so embarrassed. It's just all of
seriously.
It. It was
I can't even laugh at her. I feel bad for her.
But she's doing a TV.
I agree.
She's gonna do a TV. But as far as Quad saying that about Toya, no one's going. So you're not upset about Toya saying she slept with her contractors? That's fine.
I sure don't have a problem with it, because she said that after being accused of stealing and breaking into someone's home.
Okay. Wait, whose boyfriend did we see? Was it Quad's guy that she was dating or whatever? They showed a picture of that big old chocolate guy. No, remember in this past episode?
They did show him.
That was Phaedra?
Yes. Was it Phaedra's?
That's Quad's. But it's Quad's guy.
I didn't see Quad's.
It's Quad's guy, but she said she's not going to tell his name.
Yeah, right. He was very good looking.
Big old chocolate guy. The picture?
Yeah.
No, not even a picture. He walked up.
No, he walked in and they said, "Is that him?" Because Quad told Heavenly and Jackie, "Oh no, she's fine. She's dating."
She said his name is Mr. Gentleman or something.
Yeah,
Mr.
Yes, Quad said she's not going to say anything. She said she's not saying anything because she is just right now it's not serious.
So I want to address something because something. We have a chat thread, and I want to talk about something that why I feel she doesn't have, like, I agree with Miss Lisa about the new girl not having any friends, because she came on here This girl.
Yeah,
What's her name? I forgot.
what is her
Sweet
name?
Tea.
Oh, Sweet Tea.
Sweet Tea. Right.
Tisha, right?
Whatever her name
I
is.
know
She
Sweet
goes,
Tea.
she
We'll
goes
say
by
Sweet
Sweet
Tea.
Tea.
Yeah.
So T. I have a problem with I understood because Dr. Heavenly went on Carlos King's podcast, and she said certain things or whatever about everybody on the cast, and I personally, yeah, a lot of the things that she said may or may not have been true, or may not have bear weight on it. But the problem that I have with her regarding her, Sweet Tea, is there seems to always be, and this is not just with first cast or first season girls. This is not just with, this is all around across the board. There seems to be with generations and stuff like that. There always seems to be a hazing period or a what's looked
especially
at
with Heavenly.
Well, with it's not just with her. There seems to be, this happened with even with Nene. That's one of the things I didn't like about Nene. She did this with New Girls that came on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Every season or every series or franchise has their own hazing period, right? They have a first season or new first season girl hazing period. My problem with that is that you're not bringing in somebody into the fold, and just because you went through something doesn't mean that somebody else has to suffer. There's this whole mentality of like, oh well, I suffered, so should you, in order for you to get
childish.
That it's super childish and it's super dumb, and
so many
people so many people do it. But what frustrates me is that people who I like, even with parents, when it comes to like there's parents that will especially like Gen X and millennial parents that they want to do different than what their parents did to them, and so they're looked at as like, oh, you're being too soft on the kid. They need to be prepared for the world. Yeah, you need to educate them and prepare them for the world. But I want my future children to always to experience better than what I experienced. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever's going on, I want to better provide for them. I want to better treat them. I want to treat them better. I want to be closer to them. I want to do things that my parents may or may not have done for me. And that's just across the board. And I feel like with new season girls, there seems to be a situation where it's like, oh, well, they're first season girls, so they need to go through a hazing just like everybody else. And some girls can't handle that. That's not okay. You know what I'm saying? Because it comes across as bullying. And Dr. Heavenly is a big bully. She's hilarious. She's good TV, but she is a bully. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, and a lot of them are starting to turn into that too. And whether we want to admit it or not, Quad has bullying mentality or bullying ways. Like if we look at the next, and Toya too. I'm not gonna lie, Toya has her moments. You know, they all have their moments, and then they start turning into how they were treated. And you know what I'm saying?
May I?
Well, hold on, because I want to say that, because this is one of the reasons why I'm very irritated with Quad for the next episode, because of what was projected for the next episode in terms of her going to this girl's a bachelorette party. Why are you, as the ex-wife, going to this girl's bachelorette party?
That's TV. That's TV and production.
Yeah.
We knew that was going to happen.
Okay, wait. So Kwame, you got a problem with her going, but you don't have a problem with them even putting Dr. G and his new wife back on there with her?
Oh, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say there was no issue with that. I have an issue with that, too. Because I think that was strategic. Because at the end of the day, the new girl, Sweet Tea, you shouldn't have even been on it because you had no connection to the show. The only reason you have a connection to the only reason that Sweet Tea is on there is because they wanted Dr. G on there, because they like Dr. G.
The only reason Sweet Tea is on here is because she's a fan of the show and she stalked Dr. G and convinced him to marry her.
Yeah,
she's a fan.
She should have been a friend of the show then. They should have started her off as friend of the show, because right now we all know, like with Atlanta and with some of these shows, they did it the right way the first time, right? They start shooting with these girls before we even saw an episode. They would shoot maybe 6 months before, months before we even. Yeah. So just to test them, just to see how they played with each other. They did none of this with her. They didn't do any of that with her. You can tell they didn't film with her before this season.
No.
They just threw her in. That's wrong.
But she's not, she's this country bumpkin from a small town in Texas.
So is Phaedra. So is Nene.
No,
Right,
no.
that's true.
No.
Yeah.
Nene and Phaedra are polished. They're from
They
small
We're
towns.
not
got the
talking about
polishing.
being
You're
polished,
but they
you
don't
just
get
said
polished.
what I'm talking about, Kyrie. Is that before Phaedra came on the show, before Kenya came on the show, Kenya even confirmed this that they and Portia, they were filming with them, they were taping with
Right.
them, they were at events before we even knew it. So
But they-
they
but-
can
but
get
Kenya
their
said
chemistry
they don't-
and all of that, and they didn't do that with Sweet
Right.
Tea.
Kenya
They
said,
just
but Kenya said they don't do that anymore. She said,
No,
"Oh,
yeah,
they
and
don't.
that's so wrong. How do you get chemistry,
won't.
and how do
She
you
won't
learn?
Sean.
Nah,
She
she's
won't.
terrible. Sean, you just like
It's
the way she looks.
terrible.
That girl's
I
terrible.
think that's so wrong. It's
Let's
not her
answer
fault.
Can we answer Dr. Holt's question? How did he meet her?
She-
In the
his
DMs.
He met her in his DM
In the
on
DMs.
IG.
And let's just talk about this. I think
Oh,
I know
no,
that.
sorry. No, they're not IG. I'm sorry. They're in a group for older men for younger women.
Yes.
Go
No,
ahead, Miss-
she went into his DMs on IG though.
Yeah, but
But
Right,
she's in a
that's how she met
Facebook
him.
group.
She's
Right.
in a
That's a
Facebook group for-
separate
that's
thing.
totally-
But
and she knew who he was.
did.
she's been watching the show.
Yeah.
She's a fan of the show, and that's the one thing. Love Heavenly or hate her, and she told the truth about that.
She did.
So she told the truth about that.
But what I don't understand is if Heavenly got her on, then why is Heavenly hazing her now?
I'm going to be honest.
Dr. G.
I think people are going to feel that, a lot of these girls are bullies. I don't necessarily look at it that way. It is a Mean Girls Club on all of the franchises.
Oh,
so
that's true.
either you have the thick skin and you can roll with it and you can rise above it, or you are taken under. And that's just how the game is played. So it's unfortunate, really, when I see Sweet Tea, and that name is horrible, by the way, but to see Sweet Tea in this situation with older women,
She is.
that
No, she ain't. No, she ain't going nowhere.
no,
though.
she's a copper digger. She doesn't know about gold yet.
Okay.
but for her to be in this situation is sad. And like I said, my heart broke for her because A, she's ill prepared. B, next to these women, she looks like a welfare case. And the love between her and Dr. G, I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't see
think
no
she's an
love.
opportunist.
Yeah, she is. But here's my thing for that. Now, just how it looked to me on that one episode, I think her twin sister would be a better person on the show. Than
How about that?
I think her twin sister would be better.
I think her twin sister has the moxie, but they both still have the same look, which is depressing.
Yeah.
I don't think she's a bad looking woman.
No.
I didn't say she's bad looking. I said she has a depressing look.
I mean,
I look at her and I'm
her
depressed. I
fashions
looked
are
at her
not- well, her
sister and I
fashions
was
are not there
depressed.
yet. Her fashions are not there yet.
It's not even
Right.
about it's not even the fashions. It's the fact that she's coming from nothing. Like
Miss
all of
Lisa.
these other. Yes.
It's about fashion. If you have this group of women who you can look
I
at,
have not
and you
been
see
able to get a
Toya-
thought out this whole show.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. What I'm saying is, it's not about the fashion. The fashion is a byproduct of a lot of this, but it's the fact that she doesn't speak well. She doesn't carry herself well. I mean, we've seen all of these housewives in horrible fashions. Heavenly being,
That's true.
We've seen them in horrible fashions. She was not prepared for this.
Yeah.
And these
I have
women
to
do
agree
not
with
like
you on
her.
this.
They don't like her. And I don't want her back next season. And I don't want her sister because she looks too much like Sweet Tea. I don't want to see Sweet Tea. It was very reminiscent of seeing Gabby Sidibe on my TV. It made me sad. It made me not want to watch.
Oh,
What's wrong with
don't
Gabby
say
Sidibe?
that. Don't say that. That's wrong.
Well, I don't want to watch Gabby. I thought I made that comment a couple
You
months
did
back.
it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody has their opinion, safe space. But I
Well,
I
Let
don't-
Kyrie
I don't-
respond. Let Kyrie.
Go ahead, Kyrie.
no,
we have to wrap it up though, guys.
I was going to say about the fashion. I think fashion does play a role in a lot of stuff. Because like the women of Miami, they're all dressed to the nine. You have these women on Married to Medicine. Now, Heavenly's fashion could be better, but you can see this group of women, they look like they shop at Neiman's somewhere. This girl came in
got a
looking like
point.
she gets her clothes from TJ Maxx.
You have a point because
Her
we
dress-
just talked about the new girl from Potomac.
Yeah.
One thing that Karen said
She
was,
was
this girl
polished.
can dress. I like her.
Yep.
Uh-huh. She sure
And nobody
did.
was going to mess with her because of
Okay.
that. There's a difference.
Like I said, the dressing is a byproduct of the whole look.
Yes.
The dress that, and just to share with you, the dress that Sweet Tea had on, that black, like leopard, or was it zebra print dress?
Mhm.
That dress is from Neiman Marcus.
Yeah.
Okay. But did it help her? No, it didn't. Because she's not polished.
She's not. And
Right.
it's no shade. What Miss Lisa is talking about is that, and it's not just her fashion, it's her overall brand.
It's the way she walks. It's the way she looks at the camera.
She's outclassed. These women have outclassed her.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the look.
It's her branding. And that's what
Like
all of these women have branding. They have branded themselves. You know, Dr. Jackie has a certain look. There's a certain respect that is carried with her. She understands that when she walks.
And Dr. Jackie is 65 years old.
Because she's camera ready.
It's not the age.
Always.
It's not the age.
No,
she's
it's
camera
not the
ready.
age. But I'm saying, even at her age, she is
Dr.
still.
Jackie ain't no 65. You just.
Well, they're
Regardless,
not ready.
Dr.
And T
Google,
is not camera.
how old is
If
she?
I may finish. My point is that at the end of the day, everybody has branding that they all need to kind of like that they all kind of managed and that they're working on. She wasn't ready. She didn't have a team that prepped her for this show. She's not media trained because she said certain things that would have, especially when she had a conversation with Simone in the bathroom. She said, "Yeah, what is she?
65 years old."
Okay, yeah. So yeah, she is. So at the end of the day, she said certain things that would have. It was just not. It's gonna look bad on playback with her and her husband.
That's true.
She's not media trained. She's not ready. She doesn't know how to navigate these girls. She doesn't know when somebody's testing her. The difference with the girl on Potomac, the new girl on Potomac, she knows when somebody's gonna test her. She's prepared. She has been prepared for the show. She knew what to wear. She probably has a stylist that got her prepped for all of the shows and all of the episodes because she came in even when they were dressed down casual and looking at their house on Potomac. She was dressed and ready to go. She looked like she was like
have money.
Right, and let's be clear.
They were very
so does
aware of
he.
the camera.
Right.
Well,
and
yeah.
not Quad, but Phaedra was absolutely right to go to Dr. G as her friend to say, "Hey,
Yeah.
are you sure?"
Yeah.
And without it being shady to Letitia.
It was a very nice conversation.
It was a very
It was
mature
respectful.
and very warranted. It was a conversation that needed to be had.
And she did
because
and I think Phaedra did that out of concern because what she
she did. Exactly. I would have done the same thing because I get more access to the money. Really, girl?
Really? Everybody does this.
Because it was, yeah.
It was offensive.
In polite society, you don't talk that way.
Now, if they would have had this conversation in Potomac, it would have been a different situation, right? If they would have had this conversation in Beverly Hills,
in Atlanta,
on
Atlanta Housewives, it would have been a
different situation.
Okay.
It would have been okay, but it would have absolutely
it would have been okay.
It would have been okay because a lot of them are gold diggers on there. I'm sorry.
Simon and Portia. We already know what it is.
Well,
Simon and Portia.
I think that Portia actually loves him.
I think Mia is a better example.
I don't think so.
I think Mia is a better example. Mia has been very clear.
Yeah. She's a perfect example. Actually.
And that man cried when he thought she had cancer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure his wife cried when he left her for Mia.
Right. Right.
Oh God.
And that's a fact. That is a whole fact.
And on that note, we are going to let you guys go. We have to go. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for another episode of Pyro Power Reality TV Edition. I want to thank Miss Lisa, Jess, Dominic, and Kyrie for jumping on in. You will see me, Michelle, and our sister Mona on tomorrow morning for Pyro Power Hour. And then Kyrie and I will be back this Friday for Pyro Power Hour Friday, and also Pyro Cocktail Hour for Patreon. So we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, make sure you guys text Blaze to 833-793-2423. Again, that number is 833-793-2423, and you can go ahead and get your notifications there. And if you haven't done so already, make sure that you guys are hopping in on the Patreon, which is the hotspot. You can go to patreon.com/Pyro Media and sign up. It's only $5 a month, and you have to be 18 and older. So We will see you guys later. Oh, and if you haven't checked out the latest episode of The Takeover, which aired today on Bullet and Flight Radio, it was a dope episode. It was called Season of Love. Really dope episode. Definitely check it out. You can check it out on the rerun tomorrow on the podcast area, right, Dominic? Am I wrong?
Yeah, the podcast.
No. Friday.
I'm so sorry. It's on Friday.
Correct. Yes. And on it plays replays on the radio on Friday as well.
Yes. So definitely check it out. We will see you guys. And if you want to know all of Bullet and Flight Radio's schedule, head over to bulletandflightradio.com and you can check out the schedule there. And yeah, I think that's about it. Miss Lisa, you got anything for us, Kyrie?
No. Just everyone enjoy. Have a great holiday because we won't be here next week.
Yes, we're gonna. Yes,
oh.
Pyro Power Hour Reality TV Edition is not going to be on next week because Pyro Media Network is going to be off for autumn break the entire week, and so we'll see you the following week on the 28th, and we'll be back then. We'll have some tea on that. We may or may not drop in some stuff for Patreon, but you have to be a Patreon to see. So we just wanted to let you know. Sorry about it. Okay. All right, you guys. We love you guys. Stay blessed. Remember, today is a great day to have a great day. So create win. See you on the next one. Peace.